Hey guys, welcome to the Wrestling Junkies podcast. I'm Taco Tully. I'm joined by the podcast dad, Choops. It's going. It's Tully. How's it going?
Hello, Tully. Before we came on the show, you said I sound worse than yesterday. So good to see you, bud.
Oh, likewise, man. Come on. I gotta bust your chops every once in a while. All right. You know what?
That's
You're
fine.
right. It's the holiday season. Peace on earth, goodwill towards men. How are you?
Don't be friendly with me. Let's get to Raw. Read your hand, plug the socials. Let's go. Come on.
No, I got it down this time. All right. So, all right, guys, hear me out here now. The Wrestling Junkies podcast is crazy awesome. I get to come on here once a week, eat tacos, and talk wrestling with a couple of cool dudes. And what we need you to do is hit that QR code in the top left corner right there. Like, share, subscribe. Help us to get to 500 followers on Twitter because we're super close to by the end of the year and we could really, really use the help. Yeah, and then great interviews coming up. Anything else?
Yes, tell your friends about the pod. If you enjoy the pod, please tell your friends.
Yeah, super easy. That anybody can do that. I do that all the time. Junior and Ray love this show.
I don't want them to follow us.
That's not very polite.
Well, I don't know if I'm ready for you today, Taco. I don't.
You're not. It's okay.
I don't know.
No,
if I am.
It's totally fine. Let's make this a fun day. It's been a long
What
one.
size is that shirt?
Medium.
Is that a schmedium? What you got on there?
No, it's a medium.
Looks really tight.
That's the point. Anyway,
can you breathe?
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Sorry.
I know CPR,
okay.
So if you need help, I can help you.
I feel like we got to get you some flannel for Christmas now.
No.
Or whichever holiday you celebrate. To each their own.
I don't wear flannels.
You seem very much like a flannel guy. Anyway,
I think that.
Yeah, I did think that. That's why I said it.
We have talked way too much about flannel already during this show. Let's talk some wrestling because it is a wrestling show.
I believe you were the first one to point out the concept of taco meat. Anyway, Monday Night Raw was crazy awesome. We're not going to get into every match result here, but there are some big takeaways that we really, really want to talk about here. I want to start with Jey Uso and the fact that Yeet is back.
Yeet is back.
Love it.
Yeet cannot be stopped, and he's gotten something over with the crowd. He is still very over when he comes out. He's got this down. He's got the catchphrase. He's got the music that everybody likes. I think this was the first time he opened by himself, right? Kind of opened Raw without any help.
Yeah, it's been a while since we had that. I mean, and the fact that it wasn't a Judgment Day opener, and then the fact that it was one that, yes, there was an interruption, but it led right into the match we knew we were going to get instead of building up to something at the end of the night. Super cool. I mean, Drew McIntyre, he's finally that sinister minister, and I'm loving that he's embracing the dark side.
Yeah, Drew had a really good night last night, pointing the guy out in the crowd and just pointing out the hypocrisy with everybody. Like Drew's hitting on all cylinders right now, and it's really, really fun to see. And this heel turn is going to be – I think we're already there, but, man, we have not hit it full-fledged. And when that happens, it's going to be a thing of beauty.
So what's the moment that you're looking for that kind of says to you that, hey, that switch is flipped, that taco's ready? Like, what are you thinking?
You flip your tacos? I don't think you flip tacos. You flip quesadillas.
Flip. Is that not a flip?
Well, it depends on. You have a crunchy taco. You don't flip a crunchy taco.
I mean, I get the crunchy and the soft double layer sometimes, but yeah,
that is pretty good. I won't lie.
Right?
Yeah, it's. I think the moment I'm looking for is when the crowd fully boos him, because right now he's still not getting that full negative reaction from the crowd quite yet. Like, people still like seeing Drew, and maybe that doesn't come, but the crowd is starting to turn on him a little bit. And I think if he keeps playing with the crowd and pointing out deficiencies with the crowd, that will come. And I just that would be the point where I'm like, okay, this is finally official when everybody starts booing him.
Yeah, and that's super surprising because, I mean, he took out Sami Zayn last week, and I think that was because Sami requested some actual time off. So, I mean, yeah, you would think that, writing somebody off of television would be the, thing that, gets people going. But what do I know? People are fickle. Either way, they got a half hour.
Yeah, and to your point, like I think they're getting there with Drew. I think this is kind of that slow turn that we're seeing. Like the spot last night that I thought kind of leaned into it. Like not the irate because that was kind of cheap, but when he had him down and he kind of like slingshotted him up like on the ring, like
Oh yeah, yeah,
under the
yeah.
ring, like on that
I really like.
bar.
Yeah,
Like that was a cool spot, but that's like a nasty heel spot, like just brutal. And I think if he leans into like being just that brutal bully Scottish psychopath thing that we've seen, I think that'll help. I think a music change might help for him too. I think everybody likes his theme song, and I think if you change it,
yeah.
that may like go back to his NXT theme. If you remember that, um,
That
it
was the
wasn't.
same thing though.
Nope, it was when he first came back. It was something different.
Okay.
I think that would be a welcome change. Get rid of the sword when he comes out, which I think he's doing less and less.
Yeah.
Just small things I think would help him continue on this heel turn. But like overall, I think Drew is having a very very good year, and if he's not re-signed, I think he should resign because I don't know how
Yeah.
well he would be a fit in AEW. But like, this is a really good run for Drew, and I'm glad he's getting these spots in the main event after kind of carrying them through the pandemic era.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that, I mean, that's a credible world title challenger for Big Gold 2.0 over the next, months in
No, no.
2024 to come.
You're not. Don't even.
What is it something I said?
Yes, it's the new world champion. Don't even call it Big Gold 2. That's a disgrace. That's Big Gold.
Okay. Whatever. It's all right. Negative vibes, negative vibes. Let's, I'll inhale the smell of my tacos. I'm not eating them. And I'm going to exhale
Good.
your negativity. All right.
Chicken
Now,
salad taco again. Nasty.
not this time. It's chorizo. Thank you very much.
This is a good podcast.
Anyway, great. It's the most fun podcast. This is what you guys are missing out on. Look, now let's move on to something that was actually really, really hard to watch on Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Maxine Dupree, I'm a huge fan. She was punched in the heavy bag last night.
Yeah. No, that wasn't great.
Wasn't her
That was
finest moment.
Probably one of the worst TV matches we've seen all year.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, she's had like what, 6 matches? I think that's
If
what the
that.
commentary said. Like
Yeah.
she's had 6 total matches in her career. So I get what they were trying to do and put over Rhea as like, this is my division. You're the spunky upstart, and obviously they're building towards a match with her and Ivy Nile, which visually looks, I think, pretty cool. But yeah, like Maxine is. I'm not gonna be mean about it.
No.
It
wasn't a great match.
She is very green, and I think like some work on the house show loop would have been good, and maybe we'll get that in the future. But yeah, it's not. That was a tough watch, and you could tell right away it was like, oh no.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it was quick.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, no one really would buy Maxine as somebody that's actually going to get a pinfall over Rhea Ripley. I mean, this wasn't one of those 1, 2, 3 kid Razor Ramon kind of things where it's just kind of like, plucky upstart gets the shock victory. Like that just wasn't going to happen here. Mm-hmm. And it feeds into the larger story of Judgment Day and how Rhea is trying to reestablish her dominance over the group ever so subtly because things fell apart without Finn and her over the last week or so. Dirty Dom is now titleless. R-Truth is jockeying for position within Judgment Day. Like, Mama's a little frustrated.
She should be. But yeah, it was not a great watch. Hopefully the match with Ivy Nile will be a little better. I think like it's a good visual. I think it could be a good match, but this was not. So maybe we just move Maxine back over to the valet and get her some training on the house shows, and then we'll move forward.
So my question for you, just because I know Mr. Cincinnati likes when you get asked questions, this Rhea Ivy Nile match, is this something that you think is a TV program only, or is this Rhea's Rumble program, do you think?
No, I think this is something for TV. I could see it happening on that January 1 show that they're promoting.
Oh, yeah.
They use like the tag of like day one because I think it's Drew and Seth on that show.
Yeah,
I could see Miz and Gunther, do their rematch on that show. I could see the tag titles being defended on that show as well. Like I think that's you might as well throw the women's title on that show as well, kind of make it a big time show for your lack of a PLE. Make Monday Night Raw feel like that PLE.
Yeah. And I'm totally fine with them doing that. I really enjoy that concept just because we see AEW do a lot of that with Winter is Coming, Grand Slam, Fighter Fest, just the various things that they do throughout the year. There's nothing saying WWE can't build to just a great TV, just a great TV card, especially given how much they're being paid to have their programs broadcast on these networks. Like, do more of that,
last night wasn't like it was terrible. Like, Raw's been good.
It definitely wasn't. Yeah.
It hasn't felt like 3 hours.
It did not. By the time 10 o'clock rolled around, and that was I think that was the start of the CM Punk segment, and that's where it was just like...
I was 9 o'clock because I went to bed afterwards.
How old are you? Okay.
I get up at 4:30.
I don't.
Yeah, I know. You probably roll out of bed at what time, Taco? Noon?
Just enough time to throw a hat on and sit down.
You probably don't even roll out of bed. You sleep in a hammock, don't you?
What's it to you?
Yeah, see? That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Hammocks are cool.
Hammocks are not good for your back, Taco. We need to think about your future.
It's okay. Sorry,
I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you.
Now you're worried. I appreciate that. Now,
we're paying you. We're paying
us
you,
becoming friends.
You're technically an employee, so I have to worry about you.
No, I'm actually not being paid for this though.
Oh, thank God.
No. However, I did get a very nice thank you gift from Mr. Cincinnati. I appreciate it. But let's talk this promo, dude. This was...
Which one? There's two very, very good promo battles.
There were, and let's start with the husband before we get to the wife, because the wife, she
went all scorched earth.
Yeah. CM Punk has come out and made his choice. He's signing with Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins comes out and made it known how he feels about CM Punk. You could cut the tension with a knife here.
Yeah.
It felt very and I know that you and Eric talked about this, but we weren't sure, how much they were going to go into business for themselves in that moment. It's just kind of this is the first interaction,
I don't think they went into business for themselves. I think Seth went out there and kind of cut an honest promo, right? I love the moment where he's like, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I hate you. And just was real quick with it. Didn't let anything sit or I hate you.
Yeah.
That is really good. One problem I had with this whole segment.
There's a couple of problems with this segment.
And I think you may know one of them just because you know Eric so much and you know the big what problem. I don't like.
Yep.
Kevin Dunn, get off the button.
Yep.
Do you know how many camera cuts there were during that stare down?
I know.
No, seriously, do you know how many?
I didn't count them, and I know that Eric didn't either.
So I saw it on Twitter. There were 30. There were 30 camera cuts. What are we doing?
I guess my first question is for what possible reason? Who that helps no one.
It was boom, 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 boom. And I'm sitting there, and my wife is playing on her phone, and I'm marking out because this is the showdown we've wanted, and she's watching, and she's like, I'm getting dizzy, and I'm like, just look away. Yeah. It's just what are we doing? Stop cutting the camera.
Yeah. Leave it to Kevin Dunn to make people feel dizzy just watching two people stand and talk.
Wait, so you said there was a couple. That was my only issue. What was your issue?
So I was on Twitter today, and there was a double, a side-by-side clip of Seth Rollins' promo and Hangman Page's promo against CM Punk. A lot of very similar things this is my home. I have to defend it from you, yada, yada, yada. Okay. So that, I mean, and that's not, I'm not pointing any fingers at anybody as far as who came up with the promo or anything like that, but that's undefeated. They were going to find those parallels between these programs, and that's exactly what they did. And that's what's so wild about it. So, I mean, that was a little bit, just kind of like, but overall, I loved the fact that we did get this interaction. The intentions are clear for both of these guys going into WrestleMania, and the taco bar that we're setting up for the WrestleMania party. I am coming to that party, by the way. It's gonna be super cool. Do you think Seth Rollins is a carne asada guy or chorizo, pulled pork?
Yeah, I don't care. So what I will say is this promo felt a little bit more genuine than the Hangman promo, because I think there is some real life tension there, and Seth never really crossed that line. I think that
he did not.
I think this was all discussed. I think this was structured. I think they went out there and said, again, Punk said it, I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to make money. I think Seth's the same way. Like, I'm here to make money. This is a money program. This will help me and my family. I'm here to make money. And that's when you put egos aside. The one line that I really liked where Seth said was, we've seen this story before. I will wait until you implode and self-destruct like you always do, or I will be here and then wrestle circles around you. Like that was a good line, but it didn't feel like it was a pot shot, right? He's just kind of pointing out facts. And you would hope, like, again, I hope that the egos have been put aside and we can just go, hey, let's make money. Because Punk knows this is it. And, like, this is kind of the last run. And if you burn this bridge again, you're not going back to AEW. You're not coming back to WWE.
Yeah.
So not be on your best behavior, but let's make some money. It always goes back to that. Let's make money. Put the ego aside. Just please let's not have another blow up. I don't want that.
Yeah.
It is so surreal to see Punk back in the WWE. I never thought it would happen. I mean, the whole year of 2024, like for CM Punk, or 2023, excuse me, for CM Punk has just been like I don't know if it's real.
Yeah.
It's just been so crazy. Sure. And it's good to see, Eric's favorite wrestler back in AEW or in WWE.
He's not Eric's favorite wrestler, that.
He is. Okay. No, he is. He wore a CM Punk shirt. Like,
okay, he owns a CM Punk shirt.
He owns 18,000 wrestling shirts, and he just happened to pick the CM Punk shirt.
And you're just not figuring out that he likes to troll you.
I know he likes to troll me, but deep down, because he and I have gone back and forth on this, deep down, he is loving every second of this. Deep down, Eric, I know you're not here, and you can come on and defend yourself tomorrow. Deep down, I know you love that CM Punk is back, and you love this program.
You know what I did love about last night, though?
What's that?
Seth Rollins looked super fresh in that suit with Big Gold 2.0. Did he not?
He did look very good with that purple and then the clash with the world champion.
If you're gonna call it that, at least say it to its face.
Oh my God. What is that? How dare you?
My gift from Eric.
How dare you? Look how tiny that is.
Oh yeah, look at this. It fits nicely right on my shoulder here. Get a good look. Get a good look.
How dare you? Good look. Don't you bring that on this show?
Well, here it is.
I'm disgusted.
No, you're not.
I am.
No, you're not.
Because that's the real one right there.
Oh yeah, I am the tag team champions. How about that?
Well, that's the world title, so that can't be the tag team champion. Yeah, I thought you'd be better than this, Taco. I am so disappointed in you.
What is there to be disappointed in?
I got to talk to Eric too. I don't know if that was in the budget. How dare you?
Johnny Van Frank's salary's in our budget, so
how dare you? Hey, good for you though. That's a title is always fun.
Yeah, Christmas gift from Mr. Cincinnati for all my hard work on the Wrestling Junkies podcast.
You don't do that much.
You'd be surprised. Anyway,
I'm excited to see what he gets me then. If he got you that. Just kidding.
Anyway,
you want to talk about the other promo?
Yeah, that.
Because I have a radical idea.
Let's hear it. Let's hear this.
I want Nia Jax to beat Becky Lynch.
Wait.
Take it out. Yep. Go ahead. We lost camera.
What was that thing that you just said?
I want Nia Jax to beat Becky Lynch.
Now, I know that I'm only on this show once a week, but if you're new to the Wrestling Junkies podcast, there is a certain clip that I've been told that it involves Nia Jax in a very poor pin breakup at Crown Jewel that I was told gets referenced every time that Mr. Cincinnati mentions Nia Jax on TV. And now here is the podcast dad coming in and saying that he wants to see Nia Jax beat Becky Lynch.
Yep.
Is that what I'm hearing?
That is what you're hearing. What better way
Let's hear it
to keep Becky occupied, right? Because I think she's eventually going to get to the match with Rhea, correct?
Yeah.
And we're going to have her do another throwaway feud with Xia Li. Are we going to have her do a throwaway feud with name anybody? There is history between these two.
I know.
And you have invested a lot in Nia Jax. You've tried to make her feel like a big deal. Have her beat Becky Lynch at that day one show. You have a program. You know, if Becky goes on to win the Rumble, which I don't know who's going to win the Women's Rumble, but
yeah,
Becky might be up there. Say Becky wins the Rumble. Or you have Nia eliminate Becky. So she has a win over Becky. She eliminates Becky. And then Becky can finally climb that hurdle of a Nia Jax, who is supposed to be the unstoppable monster. And then she gets to Rhea. Like, that is a program that Becky can sink her teeth into and go, you are not the reason I'm the man. I'm the reason that I'm the man. You didn't do anything. All you did was happen to punch me in the face and broke my nose. And then we got that visual. But if you put stakes on this and have Nia beat her and then have Nia eliminate her, Becky has to do whatever it takes to beat Nia Jax and then get to Rhea. That gives you a multi-month program for Becky to keep her occupied before you can get to this Rhea match. If you want to give me something I care about.
Defending Nia Jax. I'm
not defending Nia Jax. I'm defending if I was to book this and you want to make Nia Jax feel credible again, have her beat Becky Lynch. That's all I'm saying.
That you said. Okay. All right.
That's all I'm saying. That would give me interest. Because if Nia Jax beats Becky Lynch, the internet will melt down.
Yeah, probably.
And everybody will be talking about it. And boom, you have a major story.
It's also cute how you wait till Mr. Cincinnati's not on the show to say this.
You want me to call him right now? I'll talk to him. I got to talk to him
anyway.
I'm sure
you will.
See how much he took out of the budget for your championship. I looked. It wasn't on sale last night.
No, it wasn't.
I know it wasn't.
So what does that matter? What does that matter? Like, look. Okay, all right. Let's
give me your thought on what I just said.
Exhale. It's a good idea. It is a good idea because this is kind of the purgatory that we're in until January hits, and we're going to talk about another major superstar later on in the night that is in a very similar purgatory kind of program. And again, and especially if you suggest, that Nia eliminate Becky from the Rumble, then Perth have Becky run the table in the chamber.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Is you give Becky something to sink her teeth into. Don't give me another throwaway feud that lasts 2 weeks with Xia Li, who we haven't even seen since.
Yeah.
So
okay, so what would you want to see happen with Nia after? You can book her defeat. What do you give her next?
well then what's that mid card look like? Like that's what you have. That's what the challenge that WWE is going to have to do is build that mid card. But if you can have Nia now have a credible win over Becky, then when somebody beats her, that would be considered a credible win because she got a win over Becky, which not a lot of people have.
Okay, well, you're off to a good start.
I'm just trying to round out the division. Because they're obviously not going to give Nia the championship. So if you make her some kind of roadblock where almost like I would say like a Nakamura, and I'm not comparing the two wrestling styles or the two wrestlers together, but it's like Nakamura's not winning these big feuds, but Nakamura is clearly on the higher upper card. So you could do that with Nia because of the size, because of everything about her. Like I think the wrestling's going to have to improve a little bit, but like that could be your stopgap and then get to the championship because Rhea is a totally different monster.
Yeah. Is this maybe where you see the use of a Jade Cargill in that situation if she comes in and runs over Nia Jax?
How awesome would that be? If you have,
I think it'd be pretty cool. Some of the internet's getting pretty antsy and restless that she hasn't been on TV yet, even though she has no reason to be on TV yet. But what do I know? I'm not writing the checks, and neither is half of the internet that has all this to say.
She'll be in the Rumble. Everybody relax.
I'm not the one complaining.
I know you're not. I know.
No. Yeah, right there.
I was trying to find the cough button. I was trying to hold it in. I didn't want to cough on the mic.
It happens. It's all natural. It's fine. It's all good.
Real quick, let's talk about the main event.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I'm confused.
I mean, I don't hate. I really don't hate the thought of a DQ finish, mostly because you don't really want to beat either of those guys.
I don't hate that at all. It was the afterwards that confused me.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of a single time where Cody and the Creeds have shared any sort of screen time, like whatsoever. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
It didn't make any sense, and maybe that's I'm going to tune in.
You're talking to a guy that eats chicken salad tacos. Like, does it like you're asking the wrong guy? You're asking the wrong guy for logic.
Yeah, you eat chicken salad tacos, and you got your taco meat out for everybody to see. You know, children watch this program. It's inappropriate, and I hate it. So, and then you just flash that, that fake title on the screen.
There's nothing fake about that belt, bud.
Well, I mean, it's not that, but that's fair.
But look at it; it's so damn majestic.
I mean, there's a giant logo in it that kind of ruins it, but that's fine.
Branding, pal. Sorry, I know. Pal's your line. Sorry, I read the handbook.
Don't steal my stuff. We have a handbook.
Yeah, tips to dealing with a podcast, Dad.
Oh, I thought that was actually the black book. I don't know why you're laughing. Anyway, yeah, like Cody and the Creeds doesn't really make too much sense. I don't know why it's happening. That's Triple H's cliffhanger to say, hey, tune in next week to see why.
Damn it, we did it.
Yeah, stop again. Read your handbook. Hey, stop taking my shit.
Hey, you know what this says? Chemistry, brah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You know what?
No.
Leave me alone.
Anything on NXT you're looking forward to tonight, Mr. Taco?
Honestly, I didn't read the preview yet, but I imagine it'll be great. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember anything off the top of my head, but the Trip Mellow fallout will be fun.
Big story. Yeah, absolutely.
Hoping Ilya gets his. Oh well, Trick is his next challenger. So
yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if Ilya isn't there this week. Probably they usually do the returns next week just to build some suspense and fanfare. And
vamp for a minute.
It'll be a chill show. I don't know what's going on here. And while the podcast dad is doing this, really quickly, there's some great interviews coming to the Wrestling Junkies podcast in a couple of weeks. I've also been told to tell our audience that there's a major announcement that the podcast dad and Mr. Cincinnati have. I think this Thursday. Is that correct? That's what I've been told. I don't know what it is, but
I don't know what day we've planned on, but yes, we do have a huge announcement coming. So NXT tonight, it's the Metaphor versus Briggs, Jensen, and Fallon Henley.
Okay.
Eddie Thorpe versus Dijak. And
also
return of Nikita Lyons.
Ooh, okay. You got my attention. Oh, and then I think the men's breakout tournament starts this week.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Also, real quick.
Yeah.
We had mentioned her earlier, and it's about Jade, and this might be something to kind of keep in mind now that she hasn't been on TV as of late. So unfortunately, Jade posted that her mother passed away after losing her fight to cancer.
Wow.
Condolences to her. That might be the reason she hasn't been on TV as of late, is because she's dealing with that very real issue. So again, the internet wrestling community is a very fickle place.
Some people just need to shut the up. Yeah.
But be nice. Like we don't like. I think that's one of the things we forget is all the wrestlers, they're real human beings. They have real life problems going on, real life issues, real life personal things, and we need to be nice. Like I know we're not getting that immediate, gratification for what we get, but again, when something like that comes out, hey, now I can put the pieces together. So let's not. Again, condolences to her. Sorry, very, very sorry to hear that. That's very hard. But let's not guys, stop jumping to conclusions on things. Like, let's just we enjoy what we're watching when we enjoy this business. Let's enjoy it, and let's not be so volatile. That's all I got. And I don't want to end it on a down note, but that I saw her trending and I wanted to see why, and that's unfortunately the reason.
It's fine. So. Yeah, no, I think that's a totally perfect way to end this show. I mean, we had fun as always. It's always great to see you. I'll be back next week. We got one more episode before Christmas that I'll be on. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
Don't
ever. You see this? Don't ever.
On that note, final words from the podcast, Dad. Final words from me. Your taco vibe attracts your taco tribe. Thanks for watching the Wrestling Junkies podcast. We'll talk to you guys soon.